Billin, Uptown Murph.
Top Billin.
You rewind this, BetUS behind it. Shout outs to the folks over at BetUS for sponsoring this joint right here. Cooper DeJean, my God. This dude is something special, right? You can see it, right? That entire young core of players from Reed Blankenship, Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell, of course, right? Isaiah Rodgers, right? Even though he's a little bit of a vet now, right? Same deal with Reed Blankenship too. So, but that young core there, add in a Sidney Brown, right? Whatever happens with Chauncey Gardner, it's all good, man. Lots of talent back there. You got some guys with some high football IQ, none higher than Cooper DeJean. So, noticing the Fangio scheme here, they play a lot of man on skill. Man on skill would be an indicator that despite sometimes heavy zone usage, they're going to be manning up on the inside players, whether it be a slot receiver or even a tight end. We see Cooper DeJean right here. On this particular one, he's more floating the zone. So I forgot to get the P-snap indicators here, but you can see he'll be floating the zone right here, kind of almost hook curl. But look at what he does, right? We're running full speed here. You can see him float the zone, right? Turn and locate, and then jump the trail. Look at it from this angle right here, right? You're not going to be able to see him do that, but you'll see him jump the trail right here. And Yaka almost got him one. He played Joe Burrow something special right there, right? Absolutely played that, man. Let's go back right here. Now, let's see what we have here, right? Passing that bad boy off, right? So he's not on the tight slot. The tight slot is being guarded by a linebacker here, probably Zach Bond, I would imagine, right? Cooper DeJean passes off the regular slot receiver here, floats the zone, notices that there will be nobody here, right? Because he would have to work this way as well, right? He would have flat duty, but he continues to float that zone, locates, sees the trail defender here, right? Looks like Slay's here all turned around, right? Damn, I got to go back and see that. What happened to Slay right there, right? The leader of all leaders. Yeah, Slay stumbles coming up out of his break right there. Good deal that Cooper DeJean saw this bad boy, floated the trail, and almost had him one. He had two hands on it. Wow. See that again? We know this guy has really good hands there. This is a great play. Couldn't haul this one in right here. Floated the trail right over. Joe Burrow threw it right over Zach Bond. He layered it really good, but look at that. Jumped it perfectly. Oh, man. No, it wasn't tipped. Oh, he almost had him one right there. That would have been a great one to get off of a damn good player. One of the best QBs in the NFL. Let's see it from this direction here. All right. Bond passes off. You get that crosser there, and look at him float back. Oh, my goodness. What a play by your rookie in his first handful of games starting, right? Come on, man. Cooper DeJean is that dude. Man on skill on Trent Irwin. These type of situations can be very difficult. It's like the A.J. Brown special. Get him the ball on an out route or curl. He's going to break a tackle 9 times out of 10. You're going to have that inside-out tackle right here. And look at this. Splaka, tie out. Fertilize that man. Look at hell of a tackle right here. This could have definitely been a touchdown. It ended up being a touchdown anyway, I believe. Forget how they got in the end zone on this particular drive right here. But as you can see, as always, right, Vic Fangio not doing you any favors with the spacing. And quick out here, right? Thrown very well. Allows that man for time to gather himself, make a move there. But inside shoulder force, you can see him splitting the difference. Right? You want to split the difference. Take that inside shoulder, force it to the outside right there. Now, he hit him up high, but, man, he's very strong, right, to be able to hit someone up high like that and still corral them. Obviously, you would want to tell them to aim more for the midsection towards the top of the waist, right? Maybe even a little further than that right there. But, I mean, he got the job done right there. That would be my only critique on that, because if it is somebody like an A.J. Brown, right, if this happened to be Jamar Chase, this might be a tough tackle to make up that high there, right? Not to say that Trent Irwin's not a decent player, but definitely want to get that. But, man, he shows his strength there, and he shows his football intelligence, and shows great technique on that one, right? Fertilize that man. We went over this play in the post-game show, but I can show it full speed now. Man on skill, right, with the top 3 receiver in the league, Jamar Chase, and look at him. Oh, once again, inside shoulder force does not overrun the play. And this time he tackled very well by going a little bit lower, almost too low, right? I would have hated to have seen something happen to Jamar Chase like that, but man, hell of a play right there. Let's see it from this direction. Imagine this, running in short motion, right? And then you get bluff motion. He's looking the whole time, just trying to get him crossed up. He's hoping he gets crossed up by one of the linebackers and gets held up like that, right? But they getting that kinetic motion. He's already in motion, catching the pass. And look at that. DeJean saw it. Right, he came, he saw, he conquered right there. Vinny, Vetti, Vici, or whatever you would call it there. And hell of a play to fertilize your boy Jamar Chase, man. We got to see that. When we ran at full speed both times, this was a hell of a play. Straight momentum changer right here. Football IQ, athleticism, all in the same play and technique. Notice how he doesn't hit, right? He tackles. He wraps up and tackles. That's what's been missing. That's what's missing from a lot of times from Chauncey Gardner's game. As good of a player as he is, right, he'll bounce off a lot of tackles trying to be cute and lay people out, and he ends up getting laid out, right? Laid out like creased khakis. But not Cooper DeJean, at least not all the time, right? Daniel Jones got him something good. Was it Daniel Jones? Yeah, he took a terrible stiffy, right? No diddy. And I'm about to start fertilizing some of you if you don't head on over to BetUS and get in on the action. What's that you say? Well, I'm glad you asked. That's 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit and 125% on your next 2. Let that sink in right there. And it's BetUS, so you're going to get that 24/7 customer support, 24-hour payouts, baby. All you have to do is enter the promo code YouTube150 at BetUS, and it's on like Donkey Kong. You feel me? Think about it right now. Prop bets, prop builders, the whole 9. You know how we get down over here? And I told you last week, baby, and you were going to hit on them bad boys if you had followed along. We'll get to that again later on in the week, all right? Promo code YouTube150 at BetUS. Get 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit, 125% on your next 2. BetUS, where the game begins. This kid just gets it. Looks like it might actually be man across the board here, but you can see the space decreased on this one. So we get to see some hand-to-hand combat on pre-snap warfare. Look at, undercut it. One more time, full speed on that one. Jabbed him. And then undercut it. He left Joe Burrow nowhere to throw this ball, right? He was right on the trail, hot on the trail here. Coming, he understands his speed, knows how to make that closing burst. Burrow has to super lead him because he's right up in his hip pocket. Look at that. Nasty, right? Yeah, Burrow was definitely scared, right? He wasn't trying to throw an interception, right? He tried to super lead that man, right? He was going to have to be Mr. Fantastic to catch that bad boy right there. So, hell of a deal right there. But let's look at the pre-snap and post-snap warfare here. Right? Jabbed him. Jabbed him with the left to the left shoulder pad, right? And probably was anticipating maybe him getting invert there. But he was able to turn and flip his hips there. So, I wouldn't suggest hit a man with the 2, right? You know what I'm saying? Or hit a man with the 1 first. You would hit him with the 2 with the outside if he's coming in right to the right shoulder pad there. But staying in his hip pocket, flipping those hips, and then starting to undercut it. You can see it right here, right? Starting to undercut it. He's trying to bait Joe Burrow. Then he was going to come around and break that bad boy up. See it better from here. Yep. Come on now. All right, real quick, this rep didn't have anything to do with him. I just want to show you his football intelligence and some of the stuff that I look for on film. People always talking about Darius Slay being the captain, right? You even had a couple of people who said it was insane, right? My take was insane that I said that maybe they should start Isaiah Rodgers over this guy because Rodgers looks to be every bit as good as Darius Slay right now, and he's obviously more athletic at this stage of his career, and he seems to be more physical. So That's just me right there. That's my deal. Now, people talk about him being the captain. I don't give a shit about that. They put a C on this man's chest. Is he really the captain of a defense? They put a C on Bryce Young's chest. Is he the captain of the Carolina Panthers? The fuck out of here with that, man. He's not the captain of anything. The dude is goofy for one, and he says goofy shit on his podcast and everything, right? Must I play that again, right? When the Eagles got that ass whipped, and this man was up here talking about some, and he had a shaky game at best. What are we doing here, man? But look, he's the captain or whatever, but look who's actually giving out the direction here. Look at Cooper DeJean telling him what to do. They're obviously going to banjo. So he's going to say, I'm going to take anybody going to the inside, and they did that. Remember I used to get mad about that last year that they weren't banjoing, right? Normally, right, with this deal right here, they would get crossed up because you would get Cooper DeJean taking this receiver right here, and then your boy Slay would be trying to take Jamar Chase, and Jamar Chase would have an easy path to victory with Slay trying to get there. So at least they're practicing that banjo technique. But you can clearly see Cooper DeJean the one communicating what's going on. It's like Slay asked him what was going on. And that's your leader? The fuck out of here. Last one right here, tough assignment. Man on skill with Jamar Chase. And one of the routes that he runs best, ain't coming out of kind of a stacked alignment there, gets beat to the inside, has to do better on that one right there. Kind of lazy in his technique, right? Tried to stab him. See, before he was able to get away with it on the other side, using the wrong hand to stab. Now you see what happens, right? You got to be patient and be able to shoot the correct arm. On this one, you would use the one. So one to the right shoulder pad here. And then you would at least put yourself in position. Now you see it right there. He's got that early pandemic separation on him, right? Social distancing measures being practiced way after the fact there. And your boy's beating on that one. So kind of a hiccup right there. But all in all, man, hell of a game from that kid. I can't wait to watch him develop along with the other cats in the secondary, man. Fun times out there with the young talent, right? Shout out your neighborhood, right? Don't be coming here shouting out individual streets, right? You don't know what a neighborhood is, right? I'm trying to connect the people here, right? I know my people, right? They be shouting out streets and blocks and shit like that, right? Neighborhoods, you know, put your neighborhood on the map, right? Overbrook in the building. Shout outs to, as always, King Sesson, Cedar Park. Shout outs to the Fairmount neighborhood, Strawberry Mansion. Shout outs to Brewery Town. Guys at Northern Liberty, Fish Town, right? Who's getting it in, you know what I'm saying? Northern Liberty over the weekend. Big salute out there to guys out in North Philly. Mount Airy, shout out up top, uptown, Germantown, straight up, all right? Shout out your neighborhood, right? Not a block, not a street, right? If you don't know your neighborhood, just don't participate, all right? Big salutes. But yo, head on over to BetUS, 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit, 125% on your next two, man. Salute to the people.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.